Alright, welcome to the Children of Dis. Um, this is a continuation of a one-shot that we had done quite a while ago, and we're finally getting around to polishing it off. Try to finish things here on Blades and Blasters. And I'm just going to get into it. If you're watching this, it's not as jarring as this is for us, but here we go. This is in Ceto's mind. The waking dream continues. What is real and what is not? Ceto had trouble seeing through the dream, the nightmare. He sat upon a throne of white marble, his circlet corona on his head. The masses, they worshipped him in the great halls of the empire below. The alien tunnels reverberated with chants of Caesar, not refrigerated. Caesar! Caesar!
No.
Caesar! His army was massed and ready to travel across the red waste. They would subjugate the second men, as is their destiny, their rightful place as the first men, those who had suffered at the hands of Aurelius's hope. The dream fades, and as a strange lift door opens to this technological marvel, Ceto remembers the here and now, the chants of Caesar slowly fading from his mind's eye. And the lift door opens into this hallway, and it's this very almost sterile looking path, which is very different from the massive chambers of the halls below. And you see a couple of these type of individuals standing about, kind of uh, not necessarily directing your way, but standing guard in the hallways. They have rifles in their hands. Their helmeted heads look to you briefly, but they do not say anything. One of them points down the hallway, just indicating where you should proceed. I'll let you give a little role play as we get back into it as you're walking down the hall.
So the crawler and stuff is the crawler's outside.
Yes.
And we're like heading up into this tower type place that is in between our origination and our destination, correct?
That's right.
All right.
And we've got these soldiers kind of throughout the hall.
There's
Or
a
just the
couple.
one?
They're not within earshot if you don't want them to be. That's
Okay.
fine.
And the name of the guy we were meeting again?
Mastrana.
Mastrana. Okay.
He came down and talked to you briefly. He has like jetpacks, but it was a brief conversation. He just said he wanted to, you know, discuss this with you. You took it as somewhat of an interrogation, but
And I remember him saying something about how the two of us fought in the gladiator.
yeah, you
arena.
had another wake. You had a kind of a dream that you thought that you and he were back to back in a gladiatorial arena. Yeah, but that wasn't
Okay.
something he said. That was something you were dreaming, kind of waking dream, just like the last one.
Ceto looks to Antonia and says, I have vague memories of Mastrana.
Antonia is already looking at him. She had sort of stopped everyone as Ceto paused, in the midst of this, brief vision that he had had. She nods and says, "What do you remember, Father?"
Remember fighting
Fighting Mastrano?
with him against enemies I cannot perceive in a dream that is just but fog.
So perhaps your history is more complicated than I thought.
And there is more. I just had another waking dream where I was ready for battle, a general amongst the first men. I do not know if it's the past or if it's a premonition of the future.
Does any of that sound familiar to Antonia about his history?
Oh well, Ceto is definitely a general. You know that.
Mm-hmm. You come from greatness, Father, and you shall be great again. I stand firmly in the belief that what happened to you was not a mistake, but the will of this. How it ends up, what he means for your future, I can't see either, but... She just kind of shakes her head. I do not believe it was a mistake.
And let the will of this guide us. We must be careful. If I was indeed a man of power, then there would have been those I would have snatched it from. I may not remember who they are, and in this state, they can do us great harm if we are not careful.
Perhaps they do not know that your memories are lost at this time. And perhaps we should not let on to them to what extent.
I agree. I shall depend on you, daughter.
She had her mask kind of off in this interior environment, but feeling like it lends her more status, she puts her mask back on and straightens up as tall and straight as she can and kind of nods to the others and starts striding forward, barely giving these commandos a glance as they walk by. But she does kind of whisper to Clovis, "We must be on our guard. I truly have no idea what to expect from these people."
Clovis just gives her a slight nod as you command.
Antilles kind of brings up the rear with his heavy boots kind of echoing down the metallic alloyed hallway. You know, the other three forms ahead of him. He kind of gives a glance over his shoulder as the door shuts behind him, shutting out the last remnant of red light where the vehicle is stashed. He kind of thinks to himself that they are heavily outnumbered and are all intents and purposes alone, and slings his repeater over his back and brings up the rear.
Yeah, you head to down the hallway, and then there's another lift that one of the commandos points you towards, assuming that you're going to enter. And as you do, the lift takes you up and up and up and up until it stops again, kind of with a jolt, and it opens into what would have seemed to be kind of like a throne room. Let me see here. That's not right. Bear with me 2 seconds. Yeah,
I can see it.
okay. Just gonna switch you guys over there.
See Paul Atreides.
Yeah, that's not great. It's not wish me. Why is it muting both
Are those cages for go-go dancers?
of them? Maybe. Yeah, hold on 1 second. You can't see anything, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I can
I can
see.
see. Mastarna.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me that can't see anything.
Do we think that the person that we're looking for is here, or are we just trying to get past this?
You're just trying to get
Citadel.
past this is not like
That's
you're
what I
not
thought.
trying to you're definitely not trying to actually find anybody here. You're just kind of made to come here because well, they
Yeah.
had an army in front of you basically. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay. You head up into this tower and you see the man that you were talking to earlier briefly. He wears his helm, and his gear appears to be significantly more advanced than yours. It's some sort of strange technology you're unfamiliar with. A lot of these topside um, dwellers, as you would consider them, they have taken the technology of these towers and turned them into their favor, which is something the emperor definitely takes note of and probably keeps close eye on those governors of the obelisk. There's 6 of them on the surface known of. Sorry. And he stands as you walk in, and he kind of um, saunters over slowly and says, "You four, you say you are going to the Verdant Valley and sent by the children of Dis, but this makes no sense to me, as the Verdant Valley is nothing more than a rumor. No one has ever found it."
Greetings, Mastarna. Antonia steps forward. Your hospitality is acknowledged and appreciated. But of course, no one expects you to understand the will of this. Indeed, his will is mysterious to even his followers, and yet death cannot be denied, and neither can the will of Dis.
Well, what is your purpose? looking for the Verdant Valley. What will it bring this and his cult?
Clarity.
You can't obviously see his face, but he turns and walks back over to this. It's almost like a throne, smaller than what would be seen in the Empire below, and takes a seat and says, "Very well. Come forward and speak your names, so I know who I allow past this golden tower of the gods."
Antonia will step forward first. I am Antonia, whisper of this. This, and she holds her hand toward Clovis, is my trusted companion, Clovis. And she kind of gestures toward Antilles, who isn't really one of her people, so she kind of leaves it to him to introduce himself.
I am Antilles. I have been hired by this company to crawl across these sands in search of the, what you say, unfindable Verdant Valley? Valley?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I forget if he's been there before.
No.
Well, I have never seen it with my own eyes, but I talked with some, and there are whispers and rumors of a valley just north of a mountain range, several days' journey from here.
I have heard it does not exist. Troopers that we have sent have never returned. I suggest when you see the mountains, you avoid them. And do not try to find a way inside.
Your counsel will be taken under due consideration, Mastana, and your concern is appreciated.
Very well. And you, he looks to Ceto.
Yes.
What do you call yourself? It's clear that he doesn't realize that your mask is not a mask.
And they call me Ceto.
Ceto?
Yes.
Leander
My-
Ceto? That is impossible.
Oh, not Leander Ceto. I am not as great as he is. My family were ardent believers in the strength and greatness of Ceto, so they gave me his namesake with the hope that maybe I could achieve some of what Ceto achieved in his life.
Go ahead and give me a deception roll.
Here you go.
I have a feeling that's not your strong suit, but we'll see.
One dice. One dice
One
untrained,
Close.
so...
This is awesome. Where is that?
There's no way you can get it.
He
Katie ranks blood,
recognizes
right?
your voice, probably.
Probably.
So you crit failed.
I crit failed. As I speak, I sneeze my sneeze
I'll
my
mute-
lungs.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
It's dander!
I sneeze my lungs through my half-broken nose.
I blood angled myself. Sorry.
Uh,
He stands up and walks towards you and looks at your height compared to him, which you're a little taller. You're a very, very big individual. He's also quite tall, and you see like these sparks just ignite on his hands, and he says, "That is a lie. What abomination is this? You are supposed to be dead."
Antonia steps forward again, and her voice is kind of shaking almost with anger. Who are you to decide what is an abomination?
I go by the will of the gods. There has never been one that has walked such that we have not destroyed.
Never before, and never again. My father is unique. He is chosen.
Father, is it? You are the spawn of Leander Ceto. It makes
You are a
sense
bold
now.
one to speak so to one such as I.
I am the governor here. You are nothing. A wayward priestess, nothing more. Harboring a abomination.
And in the next life, in what comes after this, will you be governor then? And what will I be? Perhaps you will regret your tone, as you are rat for eternity.
Give an intimidation roll, maybe?
How about status?
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, that works. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I cannot get this song to stop playing. Roll 20 is awful.
All right. So a level 1 bonus set at power level 2
Yep.
is a benefit.
Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Bonus sets. Where are you, bonus sets? It is a benefit. Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You hear
Not bad.
his voice kind of grumble underneath the helmet, and he steps away and says, I will not be a governor. There are no such governor in the afterlife. You know this. I do not know that you will be anything either. It is not really any of my business, but I do not take kindly to abominations, and this is, your cult has dug too deep.
She
Strayed
kind of
too
sneers,
far.
but he can't see it
Yeah.
underneath her mask.
Yeah. And there, you see something like in his mask. There's like a flickering, and he's definitely looking at Ceto, and he says, "Remain here. I will return." And he turns and kind of walks out one of these side doors, and it creaks closed. You hear like chatter through like comm interfaces behind you of the commandos behind the doors.
Patience, Antonia.
His kind does not respect weakness.
His kind does not understand. He is a governor now and chooses to wield his power as such.
Dominus he may not understand, but that which he does not understand he may fear. We may be in danger.
That we may be. But I am still Leander Ceto, bearer of the Lance of Longinus, and the Emperor himself looks kindly upon my fate, though he too understands that what has happened to me is outside the realm of possibility. Nonetheless, the Emperor favors us. Let us see how far Mastrana goes. He may not know that we are, after all, on business for the Emperor. Let him play his hand out in front of us. Let him wield his power and strut about. And in there we shall see a weakness, an opening. Until then, we just must be patient. You are on the right path, daughter. You are correct. I have fought with Mastrana, though I can't remember our fights. He is a bully. A strong bully, but a bully nonetheless.
It pains me to hear. Well, she's thinking of other people that she's heard, the whispers of you being an abomination, but she just kind of pauses. This man, to speak about you so. But I shall attempt to show restraint. For now.
Yeah, some time passes and eventually Mastrana returns and he stands before the four of you and says, "Follow me. You will go through the decontamination cell and then you can go."
Very well, Mastrana. We thank you for this short stay and your hospitality. You needn't worry about us. If what you say is true and one can't find the Ardent Valley, then an abomination like me that you have called me many times will perish.
No, I have been instructed to aid you. I will give you a flyer. Can you drive such a thing, scavenger?
Let's see here.
I'm pretty sure you have
There's
pretty good drive skill.
yeah, a good drive skill. Yeah. Yep. Nay, it is not my accustomed mode of transportation, but I can drive and fly almost anything. As the question remains, who is responsible for this decision? You seemed not so eager several moments ago.
That's of none of your concern. I sent some messages to see if your path was true, and I was told to do your bidding. And so I shall send you on your way on the speediest path, whether I like it or not.
Is there any weather or geological reason that flying would not be the way to go?
I don't think so.
Okay. Very well then. I suppose there's naught left for me to do but to thank you for your hospitality. A flyer is most generous. Antonia, Ceto, Clovis, you'll be safe with me. I can fly this piece of machinery.
Very well. We thank you for your aid, Mastana.
May the gods look upon you as kindly as you have looked upon their servants.
Let me see one thing. Give me a read person, Antonia. You're the only one.
Did it go through?
I do not see it. Just see status.
Ugh. That's like a fumble.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have anything that reroll ones?
I have reroll on social, not that, but I think that's mental, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one of the commandos kind of comes in and he just says, "Follow them to the decontamination chamber, and then you can be on your way." He goes and sits back down without saying anything else.
I guess we start forward. Antonia whispers to the others, though. I still do not trust this man. Do you think he would lie, Father?
It is quite possible. He certainly does not believe in the power of this, and the vision of me has definitely upset him. But if we have the blessing of the Emperor, then it is on his own peril that he wishes to harm us. So let us see.
Okay. So I guess we head to the decontamination chamber.
Yeah.
Hopefully the decontamination.
Yeah. So there's a I don't have a picture of it really, but there's this circular tube almost that they lead you to. It has a door open. It's wide enough for one of you to get in at a time. It has all these tubes and such coming from it. It is in the middle of a room. You see past it is a hallway, and then you can see that all the doors are open, and you see that there's some sort of hangar or something in there. So it looks like it's close to the exit. And one of the commandos just waves for whomever to go in first. He doesn't single anyone out necessarily.
Clovis, though, staying close to Antonio, will kind of lead the way.
Still suspicious she lets him do that.
Yeah, Clovis enters the chamber, and then the commander goes and shuts the door, and you hear this like kind of whirling sound, and all this air just suddenly like sucked out of the chamber, and then a jet of air comes in from the other side. It was so quick that it's not like breathless, right? But you can tell something happened as there was suddenly no wind or air moving, and then suddenly just a ton of it. And then you see this light, it's red, and it turns to green, and the door unlocks, and the commander just pulls it open and thumbs to the side for you to get out.
Antilles heads out, and is there a flyer there?
Oh, he just wants Clovis to get out of the the
Oh, okay.
um, the tank or whatever, and the rest of you to get
He
in single file.
he goes out after it switches colors. He moves on, allowing the next person to go in.
Yeah, Antonio and Antilles, you complete this process, and it's very similar. Leaving Ceto to the last, we'll say, and he just waits patiently for the big man to walk inside.
Yeah, once everyone else has gone through the machine, Ceto looks at the machine up and down and steps in. When he has to step in, he actually has to duck to get inside, and once inside, he's actually hunched, where he can't stand at his full height in there.
Yeah. And the commando shuts the door. Everybody can give me a perception check if they would like. Clovis and Tillis might be decent.
That's mental, right?
No, that is yes,
Yeah.
it's under senses.
Let me make sure I didn't miss any abilities. I don't think so.
Challenging. So that's a challenging success on the perception. Let's see. Yeah, he can't be. Yeah, you see, he does something different with the controls this time, Antilles. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Mm-hmm. Does anything else look different, or does he just notice something?
No, this is him
with
getting
Mando?
prepared. He hasn't done anything yet. He's just messing with the controls.
Decontamination chamber. What's different about the last member of my party, Ceto? You've changed your protocols, Commando.
What is this?
He just
His operation for Ceto is different than he did for myself, or yourself, or your thrall.
hits the button unless anybody like physically stops him.
How close are we to him?
Probably 5, within a few steps.
Okay.
Antilles would probably look to Antonia for direction.
I
yeah.
have, I mean, I know it's not exactly mechanically, but I have quick movement. I don't know if I'd be able to, with my speed, to quickly get there and
I think that,
grab his hand.
I think Antonia would say, just say Clovis, and he would know.
Yeah, I think that's very apt. So yeah, you could do that. Now, you get over to him. Go ahead and roll. Let's do an opposed. You can do acrobatics or athletics or hand to hand versus his roll.
Do acrobatics and make sure I'm not missing anything.
He'll do hand to hand. So you got to be a 44. You can do. You can spend.
I'm gonna
and
do.
Stuff, yeah.
I'm gonna do acrobatics here.
Yeah. Yeah, he hits the button just before you knock his hand aside, and he takes a step back and hits against the wall, and he doesn't have any weapons on him. This one doesn't, and he just what are you doing? And Ceto, you there is, instead of pressurized air, there is this glowing red light that illuminates the chamber, and I will be whispering stuff to you, but it ends very quickly, quicker than the air pressure, and the door opens and it goes from red to green.
What was that?
Yeah, Clovis will kind of keep him up against the wall or wherever while Antonio questions him.
She comes forward. Speak!
And he says through his mask, "It was the decontamination protocol for that one."
What was different?
I am simply a god.
She reaches forward and she's gonna start to leech his life and transfer it over to Clovis.
Oh yeah, you can. Certainly. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
and she'll keep it at the basic level, just give him a little taste.
Yeah, he screams out. 1 second while I type something. He screams out, "Ah! Oh!" And I was told to use this specific protocol on him. I don't know what it does.
While you guys are kind of have cornered the Black Commando, your back is to the actual machine. The door opens and this massive hand basically just clutches the edges of the door, and then Ceto steps out, and then kind of raises to his full height and kind of cracks a few bones while he does that. And he's definitely disoriented at this point. If there were eyes, you could see the eyes would have been completely unfocused, but all you see is this eye socket just looking around. And then Ceto kind of whips around and in a completely different voice, almost like nothing that Antonia you've heard, or definitely not Clovis and Antilus. You there! What have you done?
Who are you speaking to?
Speak now before I free you of this mortal coil.
Are you speaking to the Black Commando?
Yeah.
He just says, I've run the decontamination protocol.
Antonia, in frustration, turns to Antilus. Can you tell? You know machines.
Yeah, I think I should probably make a roll.
You can try. It would take a bit of time. But
If there's some sort of readout or...
Yeah, sure. Or you could get the data to peruse it later, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can give a craft roll. I'd make it hard, so you're going after a 30.
Let's see if we got lucky. Gadgeteer.
I think that's only for making stuff, but we can apply it since it's just a one shot.
Using gear associated skill increase bonus set of gear by 1 level.
Yeah, you have crafting tools, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think I had something like that. Let me look. I have scav tools.
Yeah, you can use that.
Yeah, level 3 gear plus 1 level. Oh, I think you might have already added it in. So okay. So craft. Roll?
Yeah, craft. It'd be craft.
That's mental, I'm sure. Intelligence, knowledge, craft.
If you're using that, it's going to be 2 benefits.
Alright.
Oh, it's level 3 gear. Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's going to be 3 benefits then.
pretty good.
Ooh,
Wow.
Nice.
I'm crafty.
my respect for this Antilles has gone up.
Yeah, you're able to I mean, it would heal his body, Slip, but like you're not really sure. Like you see kind of maybe as you push it over to him, you see some of his flesh kind of is less rotten and such. It heals his body a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. For the craft, Antilles, you're able to find like the data readout core. It's like a data stick essentially, and you pop it out, knowing where it is. It is going to take a little bit to go through. So it might take an hour to just sit here and look at it. I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, so he kind of kneels next to like where that panel the machine is and starts working and produces a set of tools from a utility belt, Batman style. After a few moments, he opens a hatch and he looks at it and says, "I'm not going to be able to get much right now at this moment, but I can pop this core out. It'll take me maybe an hour to go through. You might have that amount of time in the near future." And he kind of puts the core in his pocket and screws the panel back on.
Yeah, the commander says, "I suggest you leave now before I summon the rest of the Black God here to kill you and strip your flesh from your bones."
It's hard to summon anything if you're dead. But
he
kind of
tries to hit a button on his helmet with his hand. Clovis, what would you like to try to do, or whoever?
Seeing that he's going to, oh, good question. What's he gonna do?
Shoot his hand off, called shot.
I would say you guys are in a grapple technically, so he's at some sort of disadvantage here if he's the defensive grappler. Let me just try to search my own rules here.
Use your man hands.
Yeah. Do you have hand to hand?
Sure don't.
You could use athletics. I'm not sure that
Sure
helps.
don't. Let's see. I got a personal shield on. I don't know if it just basically like contorts around or like conforms
It's
to
like
the
a
body.
personal shield is like a Dune type shield, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that could
You
quickly
could
like.
stab the shit out of him.
Well, that yeah. I mean, there's always that. I was trying to think of something that didn't involve cutting like a hand off, but I mean, yeah, he'll quickly draw his space and take his hand off.
Okay, he's gonna try to dodge. He's a defensive grappler. You're the offensive grappler, so gain level 2 bonus set is what you get for the short blade skill. That's what it is, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that's cool. You get it. And he gets defensive action. Use off. I think it's the same. Yeah, defensive grappling against offensive grappling are hand to hand. If not, the take. Okay, so he's gonna do a hand to hand versus yours, and you get a level 2 bonus set, which is
On my weapon, on my sword. Okay.
on your sword. So it's gonna be 1 benefit and a +3.
All right.
He's going to roll hand to hand. We're just yeah. How do you like? What do you do to stop him from?
As he's kind of like, as he's bringing his hand up to kind of activate the headset or whatever it is, he quickly grabs his hand and forearm with his left hand and bringing his hand to the right hand to the sword. He brings it out quickly and slices into the forearm. Nothing mortal, but enough to stop him from sounding the alarm, giving them time to get onto the flying machine.
Yeah, he screams out and kind of grabs his one hand with the other. You see blood coming out of the greave there. Ah, you bastards! You'll never get far.
You'll live.
Farther than who?
What are you gonna do?
Let this be a lesson to you. But let's go. She just kind of turns around, heads off.
Get to the chopper.
Lead.
As they're getting on there, he's going to stand, maybe keep one hand or with his sword kind of in a ready to strike position in case he does try to sound the alarm, waiting for the group to board and start it up, and then eventually he'll sprint over.
Yeah, he doesn't do it until you're gone for certain.
Ceto is the last to leave, and as he's leaving, he just kind of whips his head around and raises his right hand and with his index finger points at the commando. I don't know who you are, but if I were you, I would find ways to lose yourself in this desert, for if I find you in the future, your skull shall adorn my throne.
Yeah, the helm. He looks up at you and doesn't say anything, but kind of like shrinks back. Definitely cowed by your
Creepiness.
proclamation. Yeah, your general creepiness. So you all rush out this doorway, and there's this kind of long catwalk over. If you think of like the Death Star, right? There's just like nothing underneath you, in this big long kind of walkway. You get to the other side, and then you see this pretty badass flyer. The ones the scavs use are very short range and pretty shitty, but this one's definitely not.
Yeah, until his boots again echo in the hangar as he kind of jogs out of the scan or the decontamination room towards the flyer.
You're not even sure if this is the one you're supposed to take. There's a couple others, but this is definitely the first one and the coolest one.
Then that's the one
all,
to take.
It's all powered up. I'm not used to this sort of machinery, he says, but I can find a way to fly it. This beast of alloy and gears has got style. I like it.
I think when we are done, you should keep it.
Yeah, your
Fine.
crawler's probably not going to be given back to you, you figure.
Yeah, sorry, sneezing.
That's fine.
Well,
Now consider it mine. This hangar is dusty.
As Clovis comes in, Antonia kind of pats him absently and, well done. We should leave the temple more often.
agreed. Kind of wipes the blood off his sword before putting it back in its sheath and buckles up as he hears Antilles talk about his unfamiliarity with the flyer.
Ceto, how are you exiting the room?
Ceto is kind of running behind them, but with more heavier and louder footsteps. And as he does, he takes one last look back at the towering obelisk. I do not know what you have done, Mastrana. But I will find out. And if you have betrayed me, you will suffer a fate worse than we have ever seen in the gladiator arena. With that, he eventually catches up with everybody else and jumps on board. He sits close to Antonia, and I do not know what they did, but there were visions, day visions, like dreams, but a waking dream.
I suspect they meant to harm you, but no one can thwart the will of this.
No, they cannot. But they can confuse the will of this. The visions I had were of me reigning supreme, a Caesar to his people. I do not remember any of this. I do not know what trickery this is, what subversion of the mind.
She is a little concerned underneath her mask, but doesn't show on the outside.
The door's shut, and there's straps you can strap yourself in. Until as you get to the cockpit, you see the readout that the flyer is sealed, obviously, so you could take off your masks if you so choose. And you lift off and fly out. And how does that look? Why don't you describe that for me? Don't disconnect.
Yeah, the as the four of them pile into the flyer and the reactors come online, there's a slight thrum beneath the feet that all of us can certainly feel, and the ship kind of spins counterclockwise as it raises into the red and dusty sky and kind of zooms off to the north, leaving behind this obelisk in the background with the sun fading behind it.
Nice. Yeah, you see in the distance the mountain range past the obelisk, knowing that somewhere in there is where you're going. And I will let you guys role play as you choose for a while.
How long will it take us to reach this Verdant Valley, or at least where we think it is?
I guess Antilles would work the scanners on the
Yeah, I mean
ship.
the mountains themselves will only take a few hours to get there. Finding this Verdant Valley is, you don't really know, but if it's in there, you would just have to kind of fly around, hopefully, and find it. With a flyer would be not a bad not a bad way to do it.
Antilles says, "Getting to the mountains, not the hard part, Antonia. It's finding the valley itself. The mountains are treacherous, and the ups and downs, crags, rivers, gorges, each more treacherous than the next. The wildlife is violent. And if this oasis is tucked deep in the bosom of the mountains, it will take time to find. We can just hope that the weather holds."
She kind of crowds in next to the viewport, watching the vista, the scenery change, the mountains. Part of her scared and part of her kind of in awe, having spent almost all of her life cloistered underground. It's all almost overwhelming how big the world really is. But she drinks it in. How much more of this is there out there? How far have you been?
It's a large planet, Antonia. Most of the places I've been don't have names. They don't have designations on maps. Scavenger camps at the bottoms of ravines. Markets. Much of the world does not live the way you do beneath the surface. Are you princess? Like, what's your title?
Priestess.
Priestess. Priestess?
Strange, I know these things, and yet, seeing it is different.
Yes. There is something about the ruby red sky at sunset. The rust alloy from the soil rises into the air. It's soothing. But the red light always seemed to me a disturbing portent of the things to come at night.
It must take some courage to spend your life this way. Exposed, naked to whatever the elements hold.
A scavenger way of life is one born of necessity, Antonia. You are born into life. You hate it. You want the pain to quit, the cold nights, the radiation, the lack of food and water. By the time you're in your mid-30s, you want to put a bullet in your head. But then you've noticed that this surface has made you hard, tough, able to survive environments and events that would kill most that live in lush environments, or indeed some even beneath the surface. This blesses us with the threat of death on the surface, Antonia. It's not a blessing that I take lightly.
Life is a refiner's fire. I can see that you have been purified to a great extent. She kind of smiles at that.
Yes. I still have my rotten spots, though, I say. Here, up ahead. 30 degrees northeast. I'm going to drop in altitude. Hold on to your seats back there.
Yeah, you start to lower yourself and kind of fly around into the mountains. Are you wanting to look at the data that you collected?
Oh yeah, I just didn't know if we had time, but
Oh
I
yeah,
would.
you can just circle wherever you want to go. You don't, I mean...
I would prioritize that.
Probably do that, and then I'll just kind of start doing some concentric circles searching, you know.
Let me see something. I don't think it would be anybody else besides you. Let's... So here are your choices. You can do a craft skill check with 2 hardships, or you can do a hacking skill check normally. Now, you're not skilled in hacking, but one thing you can do with fate is spend a fate to make yourself trained. So you could roll hacking. You wouldn't get a skill in it, a skill rank, but the dice would explode. So those are your choices.
Just for me or Antonia?
Anybody. I mean, I don't know if anybody else would be suitable. I doubt it.
I'm guessing my craft is probably going to be the way to go.
What
with 2
skill?
hardships.
Mechanics,
Craft with 2
What stat?
hardships, or go ahead.
hacking. Let me see, hack.
Hacking is intelligence.
Yeah, so it'd be 4 dice. What's a hardship? Is that negative a roll dice?
Yes.
So I'd be rolling 7. Keep 4
And
or
plus
rolling.
it's hard as well. So you're looking at 30, 10 and 30 just off the bat.
4 keep 4. I think it's still going to be better with the craft and 2 hardships.
Okay.
Plus, I get to use my. Well, I probably wouldn't get to use my tools for
Yeah,
this.
you wouldn't be able to use your tools on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a scabby type thing. All right, let's just do that here.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. And just give
Mental
yourself 2
craft.
hardships.
You can spend fate too if you want.
Yeah, you could. That would give you a benefit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, might as well do that.
Okay, you can spend one of them.
Craft. 1 benefit. Hardships 2. Burp 23.
Ugh.
That's not good at all.
Yeah, you just think this is gonna. You kind of take out a little soldering gun, and or not a soldering gun, but some sort of like instrument like that, to try to extract the data, and it's just taking you a lot longer than you would have hoped. You think it's going to take days to be able to figure this out. It's just not tech you're used to. You're more low tech stuff than something like this.
Until it's over the course of the next hour, is seen using this tool, and he even tries to find a workbench and just has like what looks like loops that you put over your eyes. I don't know if anybody knows what those are. And at one point, he just kind of throws the piece kind of across the table in frustration. I'm not familiar with this sort of tech. And maybe I can extract something from it, but it's going to take more time. And I'm going to need to find somebody with the expertise to walk me through it. I apologize, priestess.
She just nods. She looks over at Ceto. Are you still feeling the effects of whatever they did?
No, not anymore. But it was strange. It was not as if they made me have those visions. It was my own memories being elicited from my mind. It was as if a deep dormant state, like a sleeper being awoken.
She tries to mask her concern and just says, well, when we find the valley, all will be answered.
It's the will of this.
So the flyer, besides Ceto, everybody else gets tired, and eventually you're forced to sleep as the flyer circles around looking, until this figures out a way to have it alert any differences in topology of the surface. Just kind of going everywhere through the mountains, and by the time night passes, you're running in what's considered silent mode until this finds. You're not sure if it's like basically some sort of stealth, so that if Mastrana sent anybody after you, you probably wouldn't be seen. You're hoping. Eventually, as the sun begins to shine down, you hear this alert, until as you're kind of sleeping in the chair next to the cockpit, and there's this beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and Phyllis is kind of in the middle of the dream, and your alarm starts to break into the dream, and it hears the beep beep, and it gets louder and louder. And he kind of springs up, kind of runs over to the scanners. Antonia, Clovis, Ceto, wake up! You've got a biosignature below.
Yeah,
The topology's changed.
yeah,
There's lots of water.
it's different. Yeah, the moisture is a lot higher. It's definitely different from the arid kind of surroundings you would expect. You haven't seen this kind of reading before, but you kind of think it has something to be yeah, beautifully moist. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Antonia startles awake and kind of clutches Clovis by the arm. I think this is it.
We could be so fortunate. And he kind of puts his hand over hers and helps her up if need be off whatever they were sleeping near as he kind of moves over to see whatever has been identified by Antilles.
Yeah, you
There's
can't actually see the ground, but just the readouts from here at least.
what's it saying about the atmosphere? Will we still need our suits and
Ah,
stuff?
that is a good. Yeah, it says that actually it is not necessary.
This is extraordinary, Clovis, Antonia, Ceto. The reading's off the charts. There's oxygen down below, mixed with carbon dioxide and water. It's like a micro-atmosphere, a bubble of sorts. I don't know if it's created by the topology of these mountains and a magnetic field or what. But it's amazing. I want to bring us down.
Yes. Yes, take us down, we must see.
I'm going down into the moist bush.
uh, oh, that was too.
It's moist and wet below.
The streams,
We
the
descend slowly
streams.
and with great caution. This is like, this is not
There's
known
lots of fish down there. Um, you head down, and kind of towards the center of where these readings are. You see this very unnatural beam of light, like shining. It's either up or shining down. You can't really tell from one spot in this lush green area. Um, Probably only the size of, like, I don't know, let's say 500 yards squared or something. There's you see that there's a lake, a pond, trees, grass, everything that you don't see anywhere else. Um, and then you see, this unnatural beam of very intense and focused light, like shining up and down, almost like a flashlight, just a very tight spherical light.
Are we almost touched down, or
That's up to
still
you.
kind
If
of
you want to
got
touch
more?
down, you certainly can. Yes.
Yeah, I would bring it down, and this light would kind of flash in through the viewports and cast harsh shadows over everybody's face. And it's probably like either dark out, or maybe it's like just so the shadows are so deep in this ravine that maybe it's almost like dusk or nightfall, and the ship kind of comes to a rest. And as opposed to the rocky surface of the planet, the landing gear kind of sinks, kind of 6 inches into the earth, just kind of a gentle sit landing. And out of the viewports, you guys could see this light, but then outside of that, it's just like this dark green.
real. Are you sure about those readings?
They haven't changed, though we've descended. In fact, I don't think we'll need environmental gear at all. Masks. This is breathable atmosphere.
It's impossible.
That decontamination chamber didn't scramble my brains. The number's all right here, Antonia. I'll be the first out of the ship. Prove it to you.
Clovis is kind of putting his mask on. I choose caution.
She looks over at Clovis, then Ceto, and tries not to show how nervous she is. This is it, Father. This is where we find our answers. Let us
Ceto is
not.
just staring out of the, the portal, looking at the land. I have never seen such abundance. It is a dream.
How has it managed to stay hidden for so long?
By the will of this is all I can say. But even then, it makes no sense. This land, this planet cannot sustain such a place, and yet it exists. Yes, I agree with Clovis. Caution is required. We do not know if this is magic or just a mirage. Be wary, my friends. There is a reason why no one has found this place, and there's a reason why maybe no one returns. May the will of this guide us.
Well spoken, Father. But our answers lie out there, not in here. So she kind of straightens and heads toward the door, but she doesn't head out. She gestures for Antilles. Let us see if you are correct.
No. He was going to put his mask on and he's going to put it on and says, I prefer the mask. I'm more handsome that way. Then he takes it back off. But this is more daring. And so he walks out of the ship.
Yeah, give me one sec. You can take like 5 minutes if you want.
Okay.
Clovis steps out and kind of puts a foot in the grass. He's like, it's softer than I thought it'd be.
Sid biscuits? Or vicious Sid biscuits? Wait, what are we doing right now? Are we just
Taking a
playing around in
5-minute
the
break.
bush?
Yeah, he's Clovis kind of, kneeling, sticking a finger or two into the grass to see what happens.
Yeah,
Used to it being so barren.
yeah, you just it's it's kind of like dew because it's in the morning, and as you swing your hand across the top of the grass, it's wet.
Do we even, like, how do we know this is grass? Like, based on books and depictions, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, something like that. You don't. I mean, I'm telling you, it's grass. You wouldn't really know what it is. It just looks like.
Maybe there's gardens people have
Yeah, they're.
interior, like,
Yeah.
I read about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just asking to make sure like we just appropriately react, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So
mm,
I mean,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of things. In the empire below, there would be gardens that people have made. There's few and far between, certainly, but they look something like this. Like grass itself, you wouldn't necessarily understand. I don't know if there'd be grass gardens, right? But you just know it's like plant life. Um, and
Yeah,
I have
so
not
Ceto,
switched that. I have not switched the scene, have I? So, um, let me ask you a question. Are you heading towards the light, the strange beam of light, or what are you? Are you just like hanging out?
I think
uh,
we'd be kind of marveling for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
let me get something in here. And let me Yeah, go ahead. You guys, we can take a little break real quick. Because I just gotta do one thing.
Gonna go grab some water.
Yeah, me too.
Space wizards, space wizards.
why not run to you?
Space
I
wizards.
have a strong feeling that Kirk met Aurelius.
Yeah, they seduce
Yeah,
him.
because I'm pretty sure Kirk would have tried, knowing Kirk. Uh, but in the original Trek, I think there was one episode where they get to a planet and uh, it turns out that it is, who's it? Apollo, one of the old Greek gods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a really cool episode. It was a very cool episode where this guy, he initially comes off all godlike and very douchey and pompous, but
Mhm.
they soon realize that he is so alone because he's a god. He's lived through eternity, and all the other gods have kind of left, and so the place looks like Olympus. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool episode.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagle
Maybe.
met the Starship Enterprise, time vortex and all of
Well, I
that.
mean, they are both in space, right? So
Yep.
you think CBS would sue me?
Space gas god.
Everybody back?
I'm here. I think Walter.
I was just wondering
I'm here.
I was just wondering if my connection went down. I haven't heard anything for a while.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think we're just waiting for the slave.
The peck. When's this new Dune movie dropping here?
I don't know if it's not until like
This year, right?
October. Yeah, this year. I think.
I should watch it again. I had to watch it in like 3 or 4 parts. I was doing it like late at night. I kept falling asleep.
I took a day off of work to watch it. It's like I'm out of here.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the theater.
It really has the best special effects for vehicles that I've seen. Like,
Mm-hmm.
really, really good. They look absolutely real.
Just wish Piter didn't die so soon. This Piter.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, so you're in this big, lush green valley. There's trees all about. There's there's bushes and leaves falling. You don't hear any animals like which in the normal lands, if you heard an animal, it was like, okay, I'm time to defend myself from something trying to kill me. That would be Antillus's reaction. And then there's this strange light, a beam of light coming from the sky to this one area. You're not sure. It's kind of obscured by trees and stuff of how to get there and exactly where it is, but you can't miss it. Where it's pointing, at the very least.
And Tillis just kind of goes ahead and kind of has his rifle at the ready, kind of across his body and sweeps it back and forth in front of him. Over there. It appears light is originating from this point. There's nowhere else to go but towards its origin.
Antonia kind of looks up from her examination of just, the grass and everything around them, touching the moisture on her hand. She's taken a glove off. And then kind of comes to herself. Yes, we must go. That's what we're here for.
Ceto is just standing there, dumbstruck for once in his life. Uh, um, he has read books of a planet long forgotten, the planet where these books talked about that they came from. And nothing he's seen in his life, and whatever little he can remember of it, prepares him for the sight. It was one thing to look at from the ship coming down, but once they're on the ground, he takes off, a gauntlet-like glove and drops to one knee as he, just touches the grass. He's even unsure of how one even interacts with something like this. And he looks around, and all he sees is green. From a lifetime spent in what was always red and brown, it's unnerving. If this is a mirage, it is a convincing mirage I've never seen before. How can this be?
I don't know. But she points at the light.
If the beings here are able to create life from barren desert, then maybe I do have a path back to my humanity, or at least what is left of it.
Let's see what miracles await us.
Yes. And, Ceto gets off his knee, stands erect in the bush, puts his gauntleted gloves on and starts walking behind everyone, but with his head on a swivel, just looking around, not believing what he's seeing. It must be a dream.
You head towards this light. You kind of weave in between these trees. It's very slow going as you touch everything basically in your path and just stare at it and wonder. The roots, vines, leaves, everything, sap. It's just like a total different thing. And you finally get kind of this, to this area where it kind of flattens out, and you see what's would you consider maybe like an altar, and there's people there. You definitely see that. So let me swing it over here. Oops. So as you come here, there are several people standing. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
There's 2 men on the altar doing the Macarena.
That's a good omen.
Right. Right.
All right, I'm back. You see, there are these people standing about. There's 3 people with masks, as you might usually expect, and there's one person with blue hair and these greenish lips. It's a female, and she is kind of just sitting there. And she has like a flower in her hand, and she's twirling it. There are 2 bodies on this altar thing. They're both very young, naked, and just they look alive. You see their chests rising and falling, but they are completely unconscious. And the person on the far side of the altar looks up and waves with a gloved hand for you to approach without saying anything.
Does this ritual look... I mean, Ceto won't know anything about it, so that's fine.
Well, you actually do kind of you have a bit of a flashback to when you were in your aged years and you were being your consciousness was supposed to be basically put into the body of a young person, and this looks very similar to that to Antonio, you as well, but there's two bodies there. Um,
She raises a hand and, like just kind of a formal greeting and starts forward.
Yeah, I think Antilles just kind of be dumbfounded by all this.
Ceto turns his head to his left to see Antonia, nods, and kind of walks a little ahead of the group and starts moving towards the altar. I see you have been expecting us, which is strange when we ourselves did not know where we must arrive at. What magic is this?
the hooded, with glowing eyes figure says, "It is the ancient kind. Step forward and prepare to your right that was taken from you before. Prepare yourself to give unto this nubile body a life reborn. Yes?"
Ceto kind of turns his head to Antonia, nodding towards her. Does the ritual seem proper?
She walks forward and she's kind of like walking toward the altar and to the kind of trying to get a good look at what's going on up there, at whatever symbols and inscriptions, what materials they're using, if it looks similar.
Yeah, as far as you know, it all looks on the up and up. Besides being in this place, which is of course strange.
She looks around at all of them. Who are you?
We are those who
Yeah.
shall right the wrongs and the failures of your temple.
Where is Melania?
Who's Melania?
Weren't we looking for someone specific?
I don't ever recall that.
Okay.
I could have remembered. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
Question.
What wrongs? So you seek to give my father a new body?
Yes.
How did you know we were coming?
I am an augury of Janus. It has been prophesied in the stars.
She nods. And who is this? And she points to the girl with the blue hair.
This is the creator of this Verdant Valley. It only lasts a certain while, and then it dries up and is taken by the red wastes. That is why it is not found. It was only created as you hovered overhead.
I see. Death is what makes life precious. And she kind of looks around at everything and back at her father. The ritual seems accurate Do you wish to proceed with it?
When you say that and you turn your head around, you see actually Ceto quivering a little, his hand shaking. He drops to one knee and with both hands he starts clutching his head. This is wrong. No, this can't be. It is not possible.
Father, what's wrong?
The visions are back. They are more clear now. This is not what it's supposed to be. We are being tricked. It makes no sense.
What do you mean? She looks sharply at the people around them.
I am seeing visions of an emperor, visions of an emperor being killed by my hand. Why am I seeing the visions of a dead emperor? The only emperor I have killed is the false emperor. And then Ceto kind of like, I mean, again, if he had eyes, you would see like the eyes kind of look up and stare at the people on the what's the word for that?
Dais.
Altar,
Yeah.
dais, altar. But since it's just eye sockets, the head kind of snaps up and he kind of pops to both his feet. He draws his weapon. On guard.
They look at each other and this is your only chance. We will take you and the other one inside you, and you will be reborn. Otherwise, you will remain an abomination forever. And Antonia, that voice is familiar as it comes out quite unrestrained as Adras. It's this guy.
She hisses. Trickery indeed. What do you mean the other inside you? Father, what does he mean? Are you indeed too?
I do not know, but the visions would speak of thus. For I see an emperor to the eyes of an emperor, I see to the eyes of Ceto.
Yeah.
I did kill the false emperor, but maybe his people have found a way to pervert me. Meaning if I was brought back, so would the false emperor, and that cannot be. That cannot be.
Yeah, Adras just points his... Kill the ghoul! Bring the body forward! And bring back the true emperor! And, I guess we're gonna do some fighting.
Oh no, I'm like, okay.
Well, let's just go home. Well, let's just go home.
If you would have done it, we would have been without any combat whatsoever. Just do it, guys.
No.
Alright.
I will drain the life from you.
She'll suck you dry. I've seen it. of your life force.
Okay. Alright, give me a sec. Make sure we're all set here. Yeah, turn order's up. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Finish.
Hey. Whoa. What is is it? What is it? Putting a 1 in
Oh.
front and stuff. I don't understand that. Clovis, you had like 64 before. What happened? Did you see? Oh,
Huh?
you got like rolled twice. Oh shit. Hold on. I thought it was cleared. It didn't show anything. Hold on.
What's not clear?
The turn order wasn't
Yeah.
clear for me.
That
Oh,
No,
it's
it was
it's
clear.
clear on mine.
thing's been wacky for a long time. Remember what it was doing to us in that live game?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Like the GM sees like copies, but nobody else does.
Hold on. I'm clearing
Yeah,
everybody. Do you see Clovis on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was
0.61.
everybody else? Do you remember that you just rolled? You can roll again. That's fine. But
0.6
24.
Antonio, 0.06 Antonio, 0.25
Mine.
Ceto,
okay.
0.18 Antilles,
Okay. Ceto was what?
0.25.
0.25,
And then Antonio was 6, right?
Yeah.
not 0.6.
Whoa.
0.06.
And then Antilles was what?
0.18.
I'll wait for you guys.
Alright.
I've got your back.
This is what happens when you go delving in the bush. You just get the O's.
I was wet in the bush. It wasn't my fault.
One of your rolls didn't go through.
Just wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm seeing him, but I'm just taking it slow. So
I see. There's like code in there. NN 2N.
This code wasn't written by Cypher, thus it sucks. This type of coders that roll 20 higher is probably not top tier.
Clovis, you get to move three hexes, I think.
It's 2 times my base speed.
Okay. You get to move 2.
Oh shit, I do have the Lance of Longinus. I'm gonna fucking stick it up their ass.
Do it.
So that's a free move.
Yep.
What, sticking a lance up their ass is a free move?
Clovis,
Yeah,
give me a
always.
perception check while you're there.
Alrighty.
Challenging. It's 20. Yeah, you see him. In the bushes over there. And then I'll add him to the initiative. Okay.
What was his name? Marta. What now?
Mastrana, right?
So it's just the one I see.
You just see the black command over there, yeah. Are you talking? What else? I don't know.
Yeah, Yeah, his name Marston. I wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make sure I wasn't. I thought you said multiple, so I only saw the Black Commando too.
Yeah. There's another one somewhere, probably.
You just have a feeling.
He's got 2, so there's got to be a 1.
Yeah. Clovis yells, "Marstana's commandos in the bush! It is a trap!"
In the bush.
When I leave this place, Mastrana, you shall pay for your treachery dearly.
That would be 2 AP then.
Alright, and then you're facing the guy that you moved on. He has a...
I activated because I can do it for free. My personal shield, just as a
that's
FYI.
fine. That is cool. What weapons does this thing have? It's been a while. Oh, yeah, he's gonna pull up his laser pattern spreader and try to shoot you adjacent. And he has fast standard attack, so this is a 2 AP attack at you directly. You can dodge it since he is adjacent. So he is going to shoot at you. That's not right, but whatever. There. Benefits none. Like or adjacent. Okay. So that's a 22 versus range TN of 27. So your base defense is 27, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So he misses. So how does it look?
All right, so I don't even need to bother. As he kind of hard lefts into the bush, seeing that this is a surprise, the Black Commando pulls up a weapon in an attempt to shoot him, but Clovis is just too blinding fast, and the shot goes wide. Clovis not even needing to use his personal shield, energy shield, to try and deflect the weapon.
Yeah, it's like this shotgun essentially. It just shoots out all these laser like discs everywhere, and
he discos through the laser display.
Yeah, right. Exorcist 2. Let's see. 4 hexes. He's gonna cast Exorcism. Right. Hey, what the fuck? Hold on. What is this guy? Oh, I guess they don't have magic. Okay. Okay, he shoots at you with his laser rifle then. 4 away, that is gonna be close range for that thing. Alright, here we go. Not a great shot. Oh, but that's a hit, yeah. Hit for 12. 24 damage. What do you have any other other armor on your arm?
This is me?
Yeah, he's shooting at you. Exorcist 2.
Hold on.
They're, I guess, warriors. I
Okay.
thought they were magic dudes, but I guess not.
What do I have? I just had the normal 14 on the right arm. That's it.
Other. Is it other?
Uh,
I'm guessing it is.
its other is 14.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's so I said 24 minus 14, so that's 10 damage. That for you is, oh, it's actually 7 damage. That is not even injury. So how does it look as he
No.
shoots you with this laser rifle and it just kind of bounces off your armor essentially?
Yeah, Ceto is now like really angry. I just want to confirm. What weapons does Ceto have apart from?
You just have the lance, I think.
Sweet. So I just have the Jesus
Yep,
killer, right?
mhm.
Okay. So at this point, like, he has the lance out and he is pissed. He's been called abominations. He's being called a ghoul. These motherfuckers have no respect.
Oh my god, this weapon.
And as he pulls his lance out and starts surveying the battlefield. Exorcist 2 shoots at him. He kind of it kind of causes him to take a step back from just the hit. But he looks down and sees no damage, and he looks up, and this skeletal face starts smiling back.
Can he do a charge?
It's an unwieldy weapon, so he actually can't.
Oh, okay.
But he could move here and then attack next time because it's got reach or whatever.
What is that? Two-handed reach, mortal slashing, unwieldy 3, damage rank 3, breach 3. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's quite a good weapon.
So how far can I
You can move all the way up to here, but your optimal range for him is like 1 hex away. So there.
Okay, so I can...
It depends on who you're
So you're
attacking,
not-
but
Yeah. This.
Yeah, the
This
guy that just
jackass,
shot you.
right?
Okay, so you move
Yeah.
2.
I was looking through offensive action, so I might miss the discussion. Can he not charge?
He cannot because he has an unwieldy weapon.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
It is your turn now, Antilles.
Okay. Nobody's taking any damage yet, as far
No,
as
the
like the bad guys, right?
some guy shot Ceto. It didn't do anything. The other one tried to shoot
This one.
Clovis and missed. Yep. Hmm.
Do I not have a line of sight since Ceto's in my
Not.
way?
Yeah, you wouldn't have a line of sight for him. It'd be a -3. I think you would have one range impediment, one cover impediment, so -3.
And for the commando, I think I would
Also, that
be
would
able
be
to
a
see him.
negative. That would be probably a.
Negative.
That one you might be able to shoot him, but he's adjacent to him, so you could take a
Mhm.
hardship to make sure you don't hit him. If you miss, you would hit Clovis.
Now let's just do a
Yeah,
attack on this
yeah,
one
you
then.
can do that.
Do rushed attack for two APs.
Okay, rushed attack. That's ranged as well as melee, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Take one
Yeah,
hardship.
you can do that.
Combat.
He is in.
Yeah.
How? What's the range on your gun?
And
10.
10.
That's a medium range then.
Yeah. Hardship
Mhm,
1
mhm.
for the rush attack.
Okay.
And for medium range, do I not add anything
It'll
else?
do it automatically.
Oh, okay, got it. Medium.
It's a hit. So that's 27 damage. Let's see. You have Weapon Master as well. I don't know if you added that in.
I did
Next
not.
time you can. It's
Yeah, Weapon Master is
you get some. I think it's
gain level 2 bonus set to all skill check using weapon.
Yeah. So, just remember for next time. Okay, so oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Oh yeah. So 27 piercing damage on his left leg. He has -8, so it's 19 -3, 16 damage. That is an injury. How does it look as you shoot him in the leg?
Yeah, so as the combat breaks out, Antilles just quickly takes that quartered kind of position of his repeater, just brings up, just kind of starts spraying across the meadow. Eventually, kind of training it on the exorcist, and just the bullets kind of ride up, and a few of the bolts kind of take him in his left leg.
Yeah. Remember, next time you can do a full auto fire, or any kind of rate of fire. Actually, I think Scav, that's a rate of 5.5. So next time you just shot a single shot, but you're probably not supposed to. So you would have a rate of fire 5. So just keep that in mind next time because you take penalties with that. But if you hit, you multiply your post. It'd be 60 damage basically. 60
Right.
damage after. So. Alright, Exorcist, because we don't know these guys at all since whatever. He's going to return fire at you, but he's actually going to aim once. So I'm going to aim. He's aiming at you. Okay. The Augury of Janus goes, and he is going to cast a spell. He's going to cast Exorcism, I hope, at Ceto. Yes. Yes, he will. Let's see. How far are you away, Ceto? You are 3 hexes, so that's going to be probably touch +2 +2. That's going to be a level 3 right there. He'll just stick with that for now. Level 3. Level 3. Okay. Here we go. So ask me who I want to target. Yep, Ceto. Hold on, I messed up. Okay. Alright, okay, here we go. Sorry, I was looking at his abilities real quick. Essence. Targeted Ceto. Yes, targeted. 3 spell effects. That's a hit of 14, damage of 10. That's already worked in. The magic defense is your magic defense is 14, correct, Ceto?
1 minute,
Just
checking.
making sure.
Checking. Where's the
It's
magic
it's
power?
over by like your mental defense and your base defense on your sheet.
Magic defense is
Okay, cool.
14. Yes.
So that's 14 plus 10, so you take 24 damage, which cannot be soaked. This is basically an attack against undead. So that is for you going to be a wound just barely. So you take a wound. So how does it feel? As you feel like the essence just being ripped out of your body? This like undead mortal coil just, yeah. You're basically getting turned. If that makes sense.
Me or Ceto?
No, Ceto. Who did I say?
That's what I thought.
Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I think your cursor was on my guy. I was like, did I miss something?
Mm-mm. No, my cursor's on Ceto. Yeah, Ceto, you take a wound.
Shit, I was muted.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Ceto kind of like his body convulses a bit as invisible like life force starts getting like sucked out of him and mutated.
Yeah. It's Antonia's turn now.
She's gonna run up, and she runs up the steps there and kind of kneels down, and looks like she starts reaching into a pouch full of gray powder, rubbing it all over her face and under her nose.
How many AP was that run?
That was 5.
So you
It
move
was
5?
5 hexes.
5
Yeah,
hexes.
so 3.
Okay. The guy who was aiming is gonna shoot. It's always time for Coke.
Not just any
That's
Coke.
a miss.
Space Coke.
That's a miss. You whiffed.
That's a miss. Very badly. So it just flies over your head. Yeah, very bad. Aim did not help. Okay, so that goes up at 4. Let's see what we're looking at now. Descending. It looks like
Antilles?
it is...
No, Black Commando.
Sorry, Clovis's turn.
Ceto.
Clovis's turn first. Ceto will be coming soon.
Clovis, of course, dodging the attack, will, with his sword, attempt to tear into the commando.
Okay. Just a normal attack.
Normal attack.
One of that guy that shot me, one of his range die exploded or something.
Yeah,
It looks like
it was a
why.
14 and something else too. So a 55. Oh god, who tried dodge? 22. That's 32 right off the bat. 39. Legs
33.
33. How's that?
55 minus 22, right?
Yeah, 33 plus. Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, 33 plus 7. That's 40. 37. Because of the arm.
Yep.
So we're at 37. Let's see. And his armor's 8, I'm pretty sure.
I have breach level 1. What's damage level 1? I guess I should ask.
Oh,
that.
that's
Is that
5
factored in?
more damage. It is factored
well
in
then.
though. It is factored in. That's factored in.
Okay.
But breach, let's see. You have breach level 1, so
Yep.
it's -6. So, what did we say that was? This is the problem.
He had 8 armor, so it's 2. So 55 minus 22 is 33, plus 7 is 40, minus 3 is 37, minus
6.
2 for the armor after breach.
-6. It's -6. It was 8, so 31. Is that what I'm saying? I can throw up the calculator real quick. So, sorry. So you rolled 55.
Yeah, minus 6. That should be
Yeah,
31,
that's
I
what I
think.
thought. Okay, 31 damage. That is a wound.
And it's mortal, so it adds a
Injury.
injury.
What's this guy called? Wound and injury. And then, yeah. 31, just 1 under his mortality threshold. Okay, so that guy has 1 of those and 1 of those. Make sure I'm doing this right, so keep track. Okay, Ceto's, oh, I put that on Ceto. That wasn't Ceto. Sorry. It was Clovis. Clovis is at 5. The guy he's attacking attacks back. Tries to. What's his? He's gonna aim a couple times. He's gonna aim twice. So, all right, Ceto, you're up.
Sweet. Wait, how do I target in this?
Well, you don't need to with a melee attack.
Ah, sweet. Okay.
It's only ranged attacks. 43. Okay, so he's gonna try to dodge. Oh, the black commander tried to dodge earlier, didn't he? Fuck. Okay, so he only aimed once then. So he's gonna dodge. This is Exorcist 1. So he's up to 4. And then
Exorcist
2. Yep. That is correct. Dodge. Here we go. 37. So that's 6. But
Your big ass
yeah.
weapon.
So that's 27 damage right there. Alright, let me see his armor. I think it's going to be 8. So that's 19, but he's got breach 3. So that's actually 25 damage to Exodus 2. And then it has mortal as well. So it's 1 wound, 1 injury. How does it look as this guy just gets hacked in the stomach? Or chest or whatever?
Yeah, so Ceto kind of, looks at the augury of Janus, who's like pulling the life out of him. He's looking at him while he swings his sword to the left of him, chopping the Exorcist 2's arm off. And, with the flourish, he kind of also almost guts him.
Yeah.
You will be next if my daughter doesn't finish you off.
Antilles.
I can't find auto fire in the book.
So, it's under rate of fire. So if you go to rate of fire, there's no such thing as like auto fire is not like a, but rate of fire, it would be under rate of fire.
Okay.
So basically, using my ranged bands, that's close enough.
If your player uses aim action,
No, you can't do aim action. Basically, let's see.
yeah, I'm just looking through the rate of fire. Looking through all the times it was.
It's not in the index, unfortunately.
Here we go. It's on 176. Oh, I might be looking at an old version actually. So
yeah, so it is on 176. So 5 Rate of fire 5, you take 2 hardships and a -3 pre-roll modifier.
Can I do? I have to go up to the highest.
It might be just. I think that weapon is just a 5. So if you want to fire it, it has to be rate of fire 5.
Yeah, let's do it. I have weapon master and it's mortal,
Yep.
so
So
I'll
so
try
you're
murder this
gonna.
guy, yeah.
Yep. So weapon master gives you a 3 bonus set, right?
It's weapon master 2 abilities. Weapon master 2 gain level 2 bonus set to
Level
all
2
skills
bonus
using this
set.
weapon.
So that is. I'm gonna need to hand out for that eventually. Bonus set, bonus set, bonus set. Where is it? All right. There it is. Level 2 bonus set for PL2 is 1 benefit and a +3. So just your +3 and your -3 offset. So you're going to get a benefit and then
One
2
benefit and
hardships.
2 hardships.
And then you are in medium range.
Don't feel me now. Yeah, that's bad. It's a miss.
That is a miss. Yeah, it's just fire going everywhere, and it does miss that time. Okay, so that was a normal attack for you, right? So you're at 5, and then we are at the Augury of Janus again. He is going to attack Ceto. That's what he does. He's going to cast again. The same thing as he did before. Magic menu. Essence. Target. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Yes. 3. 26. So you take 26 damage, or actually 36 damage. That's another wound. Ceto is getting badly injured by this magic, this anti-undead magic.
So I've hit my wound
Yeah,
threshold.
if you
Should I
can
do
hit it,
anything?
you just can't go over it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good so far, but you get 2 hardships now. So that's so you just feel yourself almost like unraveling. Antonia, you could dispel, but
How does that
so
work?
that's a defensive action. You have essence as well, so you could you're going to take a hardship on it. You just have to beat a basically not the 26, but a 40. You'd have to beat a 40.
No, I'm just gonna heal him.
Okay, that's fine too. Okay, so that is done, and I think you're up.
Okay. So yeah, she is up there and she was reaching for one of these sleepers when she sees Ceto take this magical energy that starts to entropy on Ceto's body, and she hisses. And what's this guy's name
It's a
again?
dross.
Adras, yeah. Adras, today you will meet this. My father will be happy to introduce you. And she's going to take another deep snort of that corpse powder, and she's going to cast heal. Let's see. So I don't need to do any range.
Right. So he's
I'm
got
gonna
2
try to
wounds.
convert.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna try to convert both wounds to injuries.
What potency level?
So
is
that, let's see, base is heal 1 injury, heal 1 injury, or convert 1 wound hardship to 1 injury per level. So 2. That's just 2 levels.
So you'd be at a level
convert
3.
it. Yeah. Well, level 1 is converting 1.
For heal?
So, yeah, heal 1 base it says level 1 is heal 1 injury or convert 1 wound hardship to 1 injury per level.
Let me see.
Unless that's just written. I'm looking at my character sheet, not the...
That sounds... Just hold on, let me look at the map. Heal. Just under soul. The base potency is heal 1 injury, and then
it's convert 1.
Yeah, then it's the secondary is heal +1 injury or convert 1 wound hardship to 1 injury per level. So that's the second one. So that would be it would be a level 3 if you wanted to convert them both.
Okay, so I'm gonna do
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That is what I will do.
It's challenging, so 20.
I don't. It's targeted, but I don't think I need
Yeah,
to do.
just when it says ask you if it's targeted, just say no.
Oops. It says click on a token.
Yeah, you have to click on this token. Then when it
okay.
asks you if it's targeted, just say no.
Okay. Wait, so when under hardships I put
No,
how
don't
many?
put any. Just keep going, and it'll ask you how many levels,
Okay.
and then.
Oh, right. So that's 3 spell effects.
Oh yeah, that worked.
Oh
So,
wow, I can
Yeah,
do better.
he is.
You now 2 injuries.
Yep. Let me go in this sheet and change it. Yeah, you basically like reform his body that has been like melted away. Very nice. Okay, it's not a drug. All right. So we're at the 4s. Exorcist 2, getting killed by Ceto, is going to try to shoot Antonia. Yeah, just gonna take a shot at her. Point blank range. $15. So you're hit for 27 damage.
That's a
minus 3. 24. Do you have any armor?
I doubt it, but let me look. No.
Okay.
Well, it says other.
Yeah. Do you have any other?
12.
Okay, so you take 12 damage. That's an injury for you.
Okay.
Yeah, he just shoots you in the leg. Alright, I marked it. Oops, I don't know why I'm using blue. I shouldn't be using blue. I should use yellow. Pardon me. Okay. So that guy is gonna be dead next time. So Black Commando 2, who is aiming, is going to now shoot at Clovis. Let's see if we can hit him. One benefit. That is an actual holy shit. He rolled a 61.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Clovis, what would you like
Those
to
10,
do?
huh?
Does that include his wound and injury?
It does his injury, but I don't see his wound on there. Hold on, let me look. Maybe I forgot to set it. No, it's set. That's weird, but here, let me roll it.
Do the 10s not explode?
They are exploding, but it's not. It's the way the macro is written. It's just,
Oh, it doesn't show it.
well, it does, but
It shows it as another
yeah,
digit.
it just adds another digit until in the same one. So it's 61 minus 8. Okay, so it's 53. So 53. Your base defense is 27. So
So I can use my shield to block ranged weapons,
mhm.
which I shall do.
Okay.
And what's the bonus for shields? Because I'm still trying to remember shields. It's plus
So what's your shield rate? What's your shield
3.
rating?
It's 1 second here. It's 2 on my
So
personal shield.
it's 4. It's a plus 4.
So I just add +4. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm at a 53 right now, without anything else.
All right. Let me find shield here.
I see it. Jesus Christ.
I go, not today. As he, again, this time he actually has to use the shield, and he kind of angles it, and the shimmering field around him absorbs or deflects the lasers as they go careening off into the bush and trees around them.
Yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so that guy is out of ammo too, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so I added AP to yours, AP to his. So the Exorcist shooting at Antilles is actually going to turn and he's going to shoot at Antonia. Point blank. Only an 11, so that's 23 minus 8. So it's 15.
Minus 12.
Oh, minus 12, I'm sorry. So it's 11 damage.
Not my wound levels, another injury.
So minus 3 to that, so it's actually 8, but that's still going to injure you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he shoots you in the other leg. Alright. I think, what do we got now? Let's see. 5s. Ceto, baby.
Kill them.
Do this.
I can't believe he's healed after almost being dead.
Healing is cool.
It is. That's a terrible roll. That's a absolutely horrendous roll. 24. He'll dodge.
Does he still have the
He
wounds on
does.
his?
Yeah, and they're taken off. He's hit. So let me before I do that, so it's 8 there, and this guy's up to 8 now too. So 24 minus 15, that's a 9. Plus 21 is a 30. Okay. So let me see here. Let me look at his armor. 30, but okay, so minus 2, so it's 28 damage. That's a wound and an injury.
Does he have to make a death roll? No, he hasn't gone above.
Yeah, so Ceto, how does it look as you chop into this guy one more time in the leg?
He looks like the Black Knight right now. Both
Neat.
legs are almost gone, and and one hand is dangling, the other is chopped off.
Antilles.
This will see you tonight, but I do not think this will recognize you.
Alright, Antilles, you're up. Boat. You muted.
Yep. All right. That medium range has been killing me, but I'm not going to be able to.
Unless you moved up, just getting close range or something.
If my range is 10, what's close range then?
It would be anything. It would be 4 and below. Well, four to 2.
All right. So for 2 APs, I can move 2 X's,
Yep.
right? I'll just do that for now. 1, 2.
Okay. Till it moves. 6s. Clovis.
Clovis can kind of feel a bloodlust coming on, A, as he hacks apart the commando, and B, as he kind of sees Tanio getting hit. So he wants to, seeing the Black Commando run out of ammo, quickly finish him and then get into the middle of the scrum along the altar. So he will try and finish off the commando.
Okay. Oh my.
I think that'll do it.
Okay, hold on here. He's gonna
Oh my
dodge.
No, he's
He's
not.
gonna try to dodge. Let me,
If he wasn't so wounded, it wouldn't be as hard.
yeah. I might have to roll. See, that didn't even roll as hardship either. Oh, it's a 2. Yeah, that's auto kill. How does it look?
Yeah, he's kind of desperately trying to reach down for another clip from his laser gun, and that moment of not being focused, Clovis just brings his sword down, cutting his arm off at the shoulder, and the adrenaline shoots the blood out, and he clutches the stump and falls to the ground, and Clovis turns to the center of the action to go save his Domina.
Alright, Augury of Janus again. Let me see. Make sure. I gotta see what kind of other spells he has. Does he have anything else? I think he does. Oh, that doesn't help.
Well, I don't really have anything offensive either, other than the life transfer.
Yeah, I was
so.
hoping he would have, like, energy attack or something. Nope. It's gonna be,
Magic missile.
yeah, it's gonna be yeah, he doesn't have magic missile, unfortunately. He is going to I'm gonna try to kill Ceto in 1 hit. That's what I gotta try to do. So I'm gonna do, it's level 3 for distance. I'm gonna do 2 more for damage, so that would be 30 post-roll modifier if I hit. So it's a level 5 spell though. Here we go.
Surge.
You could dispel depending on what happens too, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Essence. No. Targeted, yes. Spell does 5. Oh god, it's a hit.
Oh my.
Look, oh god, look at it. Hover over his spell dice. 14174.
Yes!
No, that's bad for you.
Oh,
That because that's the negative part. So right now you're looking at 54 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You gotta beat
burn
a so that'd be a 38 only, really. Well, hold on. That might not be true. Hold on, because it doesn't count the spell dice. So actually, it's a 13, 7. That's a 20, 33, 38, 48, 55 is what you'd have to beat.
55.
If you burnt a fate point, that would be plus 30 to your roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so what you do is you make an essence roll with a hardship plus 30.
Okay.
I like those odds.
Yeah. He did not search either.
So it's just a straight. I'm not putting any spell
No,
effects or anything.
just you would just do an essence roll. You can click on somebody and just say
Mhm.
not targeted, no spell dice.
Right. Okay. So that's plus
Yep.
30 is
So that
58.
would be enough, just barely. So how does it look as he's about to just like, I don't know if it would kill him, but come close to killing Ceto? It would be a
Yeah.
death roll for sure.
She sees Janice, snorting the corpse powder and doing some of the
Yeah, you know this spell.
hand gestures, and she can tell that he's trying to draw in as much power as he can, and she pulls up a scoop of corpse powder herself and sticks it up her nose and kind of just stands in front of Ceto with her hands out, and this kind of vibrating field passes over her and just kind of splits around her instead of hitting Ceto.
Yeah.
Give me some of that corpse powder.
Yeah, your roll sucked too. It really did.
It did.
But luckily your hardship was only a 2. Alright, so I think it's the 7s. Antilles, that's you. Close range.
Close range.
2 hardships, 1 benefit.
For auto.
It's a full auto weapon. Doesn't shoot any other way.
Alright. Yeah, for Peter, extra assist, benefit.
From Weapon Master.
1 from the Weapon Master. Additional mods is nothing, and then 2 hardships.
Yep.
And short. Close, rather. No attribute was found for targeted token.
You must have clicked on. You must have clicked on the dead body. I bet, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. So Antilles, okay. I had a feeling that was going to be a bad one anyway, so it's good.
If this hits him, he's going to be dead for sure. Okay, so I did hit him. 14. So the way this works is now we take a headshot. So 14, that has all his defense baked in. So 12 times 5 is 60. So that's 74 plus 5, 79. Let's see what he's dead. It doesn't matter. You just like riddle him with bullets.
Yeah, he just starts on his belly and it tracks up and gets to his head, and just watermelon Gallagher style. You hear like the spin down of the weapon. Zzz, and he swings it across the field. That's just a standard attack then. 3.
Yeah, I added it. This guy's gonna make. I'm gonna make a morale roll for this guy, which is an optional rule. He's gonna make a courage roll. Versus, let's just do challenging. No, he's gonna flee. Ceto, you can attack him if you want with an opportunity attack, or you can just let him go.
I think it'll add
it
AP
will.
to attack.
You will get added 3 AP if you attack him.
No. I'm not going to do anything.
Yep. He just runs off. He runs into the bushes. I'm gonna remove him. I don't think anybody cares. All right. So that guy's gone, and then Ceto, it's your turn. Now with that guy out of your.
I can move and attack?
You can do that. Yeah, you can do. It's called a well, it's a move and attack. I don't know what it's called. Lunge, I think. But yeah, you can attack
Lunge, yeah.
from there. It's just -3 to your
Okay.
attack.
Big deal.
It's just like a one hex
Yep.
move with an attack at the end.
And you have reach, so you can attack a Dross right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that.
That's 4 AP.
So -3 goes into the
36.
33 to hit. 33.
33. Okay, yeah, gotcha. All right, he's gonna try to dodge, I guess. That's all I can do. Hold on. Yeah, he'll do that. He'll dodge. 33 versus his dodge. 23. All right, so let me figure out his AP real quick before I do that. So he's up to 10 AP. So that's 31 damage right off the bat. That's not good for this guy. Let's see if he has any armor. He does. So 31 minus 8, 23 damage. Breach. Oh, sorry. Plus 6. So 39 damage because of breach 3. Oh boy. That is a death roll inbound. 39 damage. Death roll against the 39 damage is what I'm about to do. Because his mortality threshold's 36. So here we go. Death roll. Made it. Alright, he takes a wound and an injury.
Oh man. Nah, man.
You rolled pretty well. Got plus 18. Yeah, so you slice into a Dross and he screams out in pain as the Lance of Longinus, which killed Jesus, now threatens to kill a Dross. And Antonia, you are up now.
Yeah, she is grinning underneath her mask. Yes, Father. Yes, kill him. And she kind of reaches out a hand toward toward Adras, and she's gonna try to suck some of his life out and give it to Ceto. So 1 range, 2 potency, so
3.
that'll be
4. That'd be 4.
3. That'd be 4? Okay.
You just add because the baseline's always 1, so.
Oh yeah. Is it targeted?
Yeah, that would be targeted. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a success. Wait.
I targeted it.
Minus 94. It might be something wrong with that. Can you just use essence?
Okay.
Because I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
I like that roll though.
It's a minus. Do you? It's not really that good. 4, 5, 9,
No?
8, 8.
Okay.
Minus 94.
Essence. Here we go.
It's very strange. Okay.
Ugh.
That was even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Not very much though. Okay, that missed. Alright. So that's 3 for you. You know, you can burn a fate point anytime you want though. It doesn't have to be before a roll. So you can add 30 right now.
Sure. I mean, end
Yeah,
the game.
right. So you're down to 2 fate
She-
points, so keep that in mind. Your
Mhm.
focus is now 2.
Right.
Good thing you didn't roll very well and nothing exploded. Alright, so... so it's 18. So you're going to create 1 injury. Let me look at life transfer. So, okay, so he takes 2 injuries. You did 2 potency, right?
two
Yep.
extra potency.
So, 1 injury. Oh my gosh.
If the base
So
is
three
1, then it would
injuries
be
and plus 15 wound level.
the Ceto.
So he takes 3 injuries. Let me mark that on a sheet. Four injuries, and then Ceto takes plus 20 to his wound level for 3 AP only, but so
That's hopefully. Oh wait, it's only 3. He doesn't go till 12.
it doesn't matter. It's off his. So
Oh, off
yeah.
his. Okay,
So he has
good.
44 wound level right now. That could be helpful. You are at 11, and it is Antilles. No, Clovis first.
Clovis will charge at the Augury or Andros or
Yeah.
whatever.
You can do that. That's how many hexes did you move?
5 hexes,
5 AP.
so 5 AP and 1 hardship for a
Yeah.
charge.
$36. He's gonna try to dodge, I guess. $20. Yep, that's all worked in. What did you roll? 36?
Yep, so
16, 13.
double my weapon's damage in the applicable aspect.
So what we have here is 36 minus 20, that's 16, minus 3, so it's 13, plus 7, 20, plus 7 again, 27, right? And then his armor,
Yep.
it's 8, I think.
And then minus 2 for
Yeah.
breach.
So we're at 27 to start, and then, yeah, it's 8, so 21 damage, looks like. And let's see. That is a wound and injury.
And yep.
So how's it look as you guys are cutting this guy to pieces?
Clovis, dispatching the commando, sprints across, jumping over the altar, bringing his sword down onto the yet another arm strike, causing a deep wound to go down the length of it between his elbow and shoulder, and he yells in pain as continues to bleed from several wounds.
And tell us, what would you like to do? You can shoot him, but you could
Yeah.
far away.
Is
You're at 10, right? That's medium range, exactly. But you could step and shoot, and then
That's
you would
right.
be in close range.
Yeah.
But you take a -3 to your shot, plus you'd want to take you'd take a hardship not to hit Clovis. There's a lot of kind of delicate things.
Let's there's one called like suppressive, like to
Spray?
make them
Spray and suppress.
suppress. Yeah. So one's like make them not be able to move because I think they go next.
It would knock them prone, but you would also potentially hold on, spraying. Let me look it up. It's spray and suppress is what it is. Spray and suppress. Yeah, spray and suppress.
Make courage skill check if they fail to drop prone. I just want to use it against one target.
Sorry.
Do you have to split it between two?
Using some target.
Shoot at a tree.
I would say not. May
Yeah, because it says
target a number of characters equal to or less than the rate effect.
Yeah, I'm just going to target one, and the good news is whether it's successful or not, targeted must make challenging courage skill check or drop prone.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's good. So I don't care if it's I think it's like a 5 AP.
It is.
I'm gonna shoot my shot. So that's what I'll do. Oh, I'm on ruler still. So combat menu. Repeater. Augury of Janus. Benefit is just one from the set. Additional mod, nothing. Hardship, is it 2 or is it 3 now because of the?
It would be.
I don't
It would
want
be
to hit.
3.
Okay. And it's medium range. Ah, miss. Still has to make the courage check though, which is what I want. Yeah, so he knows he probably can't hit. He's just kind of strafing very slowly to his right and like putting bolts right above his head to try to get him to drop down.
He drops.
Bend the knee. That helps you guys. It's his turn.
Boy, he's in a world of trouble.
Get on your knees. Stay on your belly, you worm.
I guess he's gonna just try to kill Ceto. That's all he can really do. I don't know if it's gonna work, but
Pray, Adras, pray.
5. He's doing 5 again. Same thing. 1 distance. 3 damage. No.
Antonio
surge.
laughs as it just kind of rebounds.
Yeah, he's just cut to pieces. And it is her turn, Antonio's turn.
Smite him now. He's on his
Yeah,
belly.
he's like sitting on his butt, basically.
She's just kind of gestures toward her father, like after, he is yours.
Ceto smiles. Can I burn a fate point during an attack?
Yeah, you can burn a fate point and give yourself plus 30.
Sweet. So we'll do that. Do I put that in the benefit or additional mod?
Additional mod.
Don't put plus, just put
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, benefit just gives you an extra dice. So. Yeah, 61. He is prone. I don't know if he can dodge when he's prone. Let me see. I think he's gonna just use his base defense. Prone. Lying prone. Yeah, he can take defensive actions with 2 hardships. Sure. Why not?
How low can you
He's
go?
gonna die anyway. Yeah, -6, so that would be actually 67 plus 21. How do you kill him?
He's already on the ground. So this will not recognize you once I am done. and he walks up to him and using Longinus, he basically opens him up from asshole to ear hole.
Yeah, you just cut him straight in half, pretty much.
Yep.
This, so there doesn't appear to be anybody else there. This, other woman is kind of just like huddled against a tree, and she's kind of, you know, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Yes,
Antonia will walk toward her.
She looks up at you like scared.
Kneel, child.
Yeah, she rolls over from her side in the fetal position to kneeling. She's like, please don't kill me. I'm their slave. They made me do everything.
You did this. And she gestures around to the greenery.
Yes, I'm a scientist. I'm a second. They called me the second man. It's captured.
Tell us what you heard from Adras.
He said something about restoring the emperor, the rightful emperor.
Did he interfere with my original ritual?
I don't know. He doesn't tell me anything. He only brought me here to do this.
You shall prove useful, I think, in the future. We will be merciful today and take you back with us to the temple.
Okay. Antonia, you could try the ritual again if you wanted.
She walks back over there and looks at the symbols and considers the two forms. So you feel that there are two souls within your form, Father?
If I were to believe the visions, then yes. But the visions of the Emperor only started after... What's his name?
Mastrana.
Mastrana. After Mastrana's men fiddled with the decontamination chamber. Before that, all I felt was one being within me.
I fear that Adras might have planned this from the start and interfered with your resurrection, your rebirth, to insert this false emperor within you for his own purposes. If I perform the ritual and your souls are split into these two bodies, I will have to be sure which is you, so that we might kill the other. Does she feel like that's how it would work?
I think that's
like...
probably how it would work, yeah. You feel that that's probably what they would have done.
Okay.
Only they would have killed Ceto.
Wait, my child. I think there might be a better option here. Yes, there might be two souls within me. But now we have twice the knowledge. Lois, search for the commando that you were fighting with. Bring him back if you can. He is the only survivor.
Yeah. It wasn't a commando, but
no, the
Yeah.
exorcist. The exorcist. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Find the exorcist. He's wounded deeply enough that may not be able to run away. Execute him. Antonia, if there are no survivors, apart from the lady there who created this garden, then who is to say that the false emperor has not been resurrected and Ceto dead? And who is to say Ceto's alive and the false emperor dead?
I see.
Path to power takes a winding road. For now, let us not perform the ritual.
Yes. Reap what knowledge you can from this false emperor. And then, when you are ready, we will make things right.
Yes. Whatever I learn of the false emperor, I will teach you. So thus, when the time is right, you will kill the right body. It is actually a blessing, for the enemy is within me and with us. That means the false emperor cannot move against the one true emperor.
He is a captive.
Indeed. And he may not even know it, that he is a captive. Only I can see the false emperor, because I know my actions against. It will be tough, because the memories I do not possess of myself, I will have a difficult time to know what is Ceto and what is the false emperor. But with patience and time, I think all will be revealed.
There's wisdom in this. She nods and kind of bows her head towards Ceto. And then she goes around, kind of picks up whatever vestment or symbols of authority
Yeah.
Adras had.
Yeah.
And says, let us return to the temple. Oh, what about these two sleepers? Should we just kill them?
Oh yeah.
As those two finish him off, Clovis goes bounding into the bush to track down the
you find
exorcist
him.
that
You find him
escaped.
quite quickly, and you're able to take care of him.
Yeah, and Ceto walks to these, two prone bodies and, does a quick coup de grace and no survivors.
What about Antilles? Antonio walks toward Antilles. Scavenger, you were hired as a mercenary, and now you are in a precarious position as you know secrets, dangerous secrets, and yet you have served us loyally. And I would not execute you as we have these. Can you be trusted? Do you wish to be part of protecting the Emperor's regime?
Of course I would like that, Antonia. It would not risk life in them for you and yours. My crawler of many years that I built with my own hands going. But now, a more powerful and bright future opens up before us. I would be part of it, High Priestess, if you would have me.
You have proven your worth and your trustworthiness.
But I have.
I can never meet in time.
But you're sick.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Come here.
Antilles lives then, and he shall
Yeah.
join us.
Right
And
now.
I shall trust him to keep his
Gilbert
mouth shut
Gottfried.
and to stop making jokes.
No. Seriously, Antilles kind of kneels and looks up at Antonia and for the first time kind of cracks his mask a little bit. I guess that other lady was breathing, so it can't be bad, this chick here.
Mm.
He looks up at Antonia. You will have my service to eternity for the one true emperor. All hail Dis, the Empire Underground.
Hail Dis and the Emperor. And she looks over at Clovis, and just nods with satisfaction, a silent acknowledgement of...
Yeah. You all head back towards the crawler with your new slave. She kind of like she has this like apparatus that she turns off, and almost by the time you get to the flyer, you can see like the green being replaced by dead. Everything's dying quite quickly. You climb up into the flyer, and then if you have any ending role play, we can end it here. You lift off into the air, and that's it.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes. Yes.
yes.